Good morning. Good morning. Let's get going. Okay, so today, am I on the right screen? Let's switch over to the scanners. There we go. Let me make sure it switched over. It did. All right. So today, DJT was one that I was looking at over the weekend. Um, I was like, man, this thing, of course, y'all heard the news, or if y'all didn't hear the news, Trump survived an assassination attempt. And I was just looking at this one definitely over the weekend. The other one that is up as a contender is Nvidia. But right now, most of the focus in the market is on DJT. Looking at the 15-minute chart, this is what we're looking at. It gapped up from about $30 up here to $54 and has worked its way down into this little section. So right now I'm just looking at if there are any clear patterns. And right now we don't really have any patterns, but we do have some levels of previous resistance built here. One zone looks like from the 52.40 up here to the 54. Another zone where it ended up dropping was from the 50s, and then another zone right here at the 49.87. Now this is on the 15-minute. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the larger time frame. Let me make sure that this thing is switching. Okay, yeah, it is. So right here, DJT on the monthly chart. Let's make this bigger. So this is the area that it's within right now. Going back into the previous candle would be going, let's see, it's right at 46 right now. So it is already back within this previous candle, this big previous candle here. So there's really no spots to mark within this one based on the monthly chart. Let me look back here. Nope. Okay. So it did have a previous bounce point back here in, what was this, November 2021. Interesting. We'll see what happens around the $40 level, right where this little doji is up here. This may be the zone or this. We'll see. All right, so got a couple of points marked on there. Let's jump over to the weekly. Weekly chart jumping back. Any obvious things? So we pretty much got it labeled out where the zones are, the high and low zones. So just kind of gonna let it play out in there. It got rejection from this level before in the 40s, but now it's above this rejection. I don't know if it will need to test this 40 level, but we'll see. Let's jump back to the daily chart. Okay, so the daily really isn't showing us much yet. There was a gap up here from 50 up to 57. They got filled to the downside and then got refilled up here to the upside almost, but didn't quite make it. Okay. So we will definitely keep an eye on that one. It has the most volume above $5 right now. So it will be my focus. Let's go and look at what press releases that, if any, that were released on this one though. So they got the warrants out here. They got DJTFX. And I wonder if the warrants are going to be moving as well. I need to go check that. Let me put that over here. DJTWW. Oh, it is up. It is up as well. It's $34 and it's up a little bit more with 78% up. So let's check these out real quick. Press releases. Okay, Trump media CEO issued statement in response to the attempted assassination of President Donald J. Trump. That was a day ago. And so that's the most recent news that it has. Let's go to DJTWW. Probably's got the same news. Nope, no news. It's probably got some kind of circulated news that wasn't from the company. But at least we know there's definitely a strong reason for it to do anything. Um, Looking back at the 15-minute, let's jump over to DJWW, the warrants, which kind of looked like they were gapping around. Not as much volume. Yeah, not a lot of volume at all. Only 200. Looking over here on the scanners, only 200,000 shares traded. So everybody is actually focused on DJT. Let's see what happens here. But also keeping my eye on Nvidia as well. Nvidia is still stacking and doing its thing here. Moved up from the 129s all the way to the 131s. After this huge fallout during the spy in the news that was released last week, and recovering quite nicely. Nvidia and DJT are pretty much my main watches for today. It is 8 o'clock. We have about 18 minutes to the bell. And yeah, I already knew over the weekend DJT was going to go crazy. I was like, yeah, but this was bot movement. I mean, it's so hard to just be up at 4 o'clock and just be like, oh man, I'm just going to jump in. But, you know, for those that were taking that risk, they definitely got some payoff. It did come back, but it didn't come all the way back down here. Sitting at 47 right now. One of the things I do want to look at is this big drop, these two big drops. I'm wondering, will it do one of these during the open or intraday and then do a recovery? That's what I'm wondering. Because right now the bodies of these counts are all the way up here at the 49s. And we have a control point or point POC there that is at 45.25 here that it needs to hold up. Now it's been holding this level for, you know, a while, but we want to see if it continues to hold. Let me change the name of this to POC. POC, point of control for right now. And we'll call this the yellow line. Will it be bullish or bearish? And that is 25. All right, so there is our point of control there. And right now it's just range bound. Now this one does have a little bit higher float, but with the catalyst that it has, you know, like we saw when before DJT existed, we saw when DWAC had a higher float and all of that, but it had that catalyst. So let's go check the float on DJT. Statistics. Float is looking like, oh, that's not as high as I thought it was going to be. So 55.28 million in the float. And a good thing is now that it's going up, if it consolidates here, it may make the move back down first and retest this 45.25 before going higher. But we'll see. It does have a little range in here. This is like almost a $2 range, $3 range back up here. And I hope it doesn't move all of that in one sweep. And it's a mid cap, so hopefully it has smaller ranges. But the ATR is $3.33, so it may be even higher now because that was calculated from Friday, right? Friday's last candle, so it might be $4, maybe $5 today. We'll see. And my ATRs, I showed y'all the daily chart. This was from Friday. $3.33, where it was bullish, where it was bearish, and it is above all of these from Friday. Interesting. Nvidia still making moves up as well. but Nvidia really hasn't gapped. It's got 1%. It's up 1.52%. Really not a true gap for Nvidia. But DJT though, that aggressive gap, I like it. Good morning, Danielle. Pulled up DJT this morning. I was like, I looked at it yesterday. I just knew it wasn't gonna be at $30 this morning. I was like, man, if it could just be at $30 and just hold there into the open. But pre-market, of course, with that news and what the CEO said, it's like, nah. Let me actually go read what he said here. DJT. I was just thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even read it. Let's see. So, Trump Media and Technology Group Corp. CEO Devin Nunes issued the following statement in response to the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump. I offer my deepest sympathies to the family of the rally goer killed in Butler, Pennsylvania, and to those who were wounded. I thank God President Trump survived the assassination attempt and is now safe. The situation demands a fast, thorough federal investigation to determine all the circumstances of this cowardly attack and to identify if any additional persons were involved. I also call for the federal government to provide any security resources requested by President Trump to guarantee his safety. America will overcome this despicable shooting, and together our nation will endure. And that's it. And so that was that, and what people saw on the news was enough to, put some gas behind this one. Put some gas behind it. You said DJT is dangerous in your opinion. It's definitely dangerous for the shorts. I would not be shorting DJT right now. That would not be good. On a Monday morning, it could explode and then come back down, or it can go back down. People can get in and then go up. But I'm just like, I'm not in any rush. I'm still going to follow my rules. Give it the first 30 minutes. Let it shake out weekends. See what patterns form on the 15-minute and make my play just like I would any other play. I'm not just FOMOing in. So still following the criteria. If it doesn't hold up the ATRs, I'm out of there. Maybe tomorrow will be the day to trade it. But I'm still in my rule set. I ain't just blinded by love and falling in love with the stock. I'm trying to capitalize on the idea. So we'll see. We shall see. But for right now, it's meeting my mid cap criteria for most. When I trade mid caps, I'm looking for pretty good volume. Definitely looking for a gap, which it has 50% up. ATR over $2, over $1.50, $1.52. It's at 333, and it's probably going to be higher when this thing opens. Got a little bit of catalyst that everybody, now this catalyst is more obvious than probably any catalyst we've seen in the last couple of weeks. So I'm like, I want to see how it's going to treat people at the open. It could slam because everybody's will be a victim of a slam, and I don't want to be one of those people. So the other thing is, it's a mid cap, so it's not going to be. It may not be as explosive as a small cap, but I don't want to limit my idea just because I'm basing it off of past small caps of the past weeks or past mid caps of the past week, because it's a little bit different this time. It's presidential news, a lot of emotionally charged people jumping in on this one. So I'm like, let me just be patient and, take it for what it is and be grateful. I'm green on the month. Green. Last 2 weeks were green. Last week was a small green. The first week was a better green. But I kind of drug it out of the mud last week. And this week, I just want to capitalize on the opportunities as well. But I'm going to be patient. I'm going to allow it to, set up for me and meet my criteria. No FOMO here. Now, if there was something else above $5 that was challenging DJT, then I'd probably have it up. But I mean, the only other thing that I see right now is Nvidia that has a good amount of volume, but it's like not even half the volume of DJT. So I want to first focus on where the people are, and then, let the focus fade to whatever else comes up that isn't the focal point. If it just fails, then I'm for sure probably going to just be like, okay, let me just wait. But the first 30 minutes will tell the truth. Got about 19 minutes to the bell. And I'm thinking if it goes back under 46, it's going to be bearish for a little bit today. But it could snap back. 47's up there, 47 going towards 48s. Breaking over 48s just a little bit. So now back through the 46 will be a $2 move down. Interesting. And this is pretty much what I do during the day. I'll be working. I have my charts up. I have my levels posted out here, and I'm looking for a setup, a long setup, and I'll take it. And if it resolves, great. If it doesn't, oh well. So right now in my mid cap since I've been trading mid and large caps, I started in May, June, July. I'm at 74% on my trading. So, during that time, it's been pretty, I take pretty obvious setups with the catalyst, with the volume. So it's like, I'm like, hey, whatever. And I try to get to that break even. Once I'm at break even, just start working that trailing stop. And from that point, green no matter what. That's all I want. I want to be is at a zero risk trade. If it stops me out, oh well. Let it do that and just continue to take the profit and come back on another day for more profit. More profit. So yeah. So I've taken since May when I started all of this stuff. I've taken 43 trades. I'm trying to get to 100. Well, actually, wait, where's my other one? Trying to get to 100 trades here. Wherever this one was. Okay, so basically 43 trades, average hold time, been around 2 hours. I kind of let it give it some time to play. When I see the pattern, I'm like, well, let's just see if it'll resolve. If it resolves, I get the break even and let it go. But right now, win rate is around 74.42% and looking for higher. Looking like it came back under the 48s. Nice. Will it come back down here to the point of control of the 46 though? Because if it does, this will be 3 times that it's come up to what looks like highs, failed, came up to almost get back the full drop, failed, came up, and this is the fullness right here of 49.81. Will it fail back under? If it does, that's 3 times that it's done that, and I'll see if it goes any more red, and maybe I'll be back on Tuesday to try to trade it. But at this point, you know, I'm still interested. Got plenty of volume. Let's see it get back under 47.50s. Come on, start dropping. On the 4-hour chart, though, over here, it is looking like it's in consolidation, heavy consolidation here. So I had this pop up, or not the 4-hour, this is 1 hour, my bad. 1-hour chart, we can see had a lot of consolidation, tight ranges with drops, and has not broken out of this level right here over the 50s. So interesting level though up there, but we'll have to see if this thing fails out. Less than 15 minutes to the bell. Good morning, Reliable. Watching DJT this morning. 54% gapper. I already have the point. Well, the point of control has actually moved to 46.03 from 45. So it actually moved up from my original here. And has moved up to 46.08 or 46.03. Let me mark that and see if it'll move back down. Well, actually, I'm not going to mark that. I'm just going to use this original and see if it comes back. Reliable says 30.61 average for you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're in there. See, I saw the I saw the news over the weekend. I thought it happened over weekend. I don't know how you got there. Maybe you're up. Were you up this morning, or did you buy into the afternoon? I don't know. I don't know how you got that average, but that's crazy. Or maybe you were buying before times. That's what it was. You might probably were already in it. Got you. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. You know, we didn't even know about this news on Friday, so you know, I didn't have any access to any insider movement there. Didn't know somebody was gonna be locking and loading on them. But yeah, definitely it's one of those situations where it's like it's so unexpected, and there were so many people out there. It was like, bro, it's people behind them, people in front of them, and so if you do miss, and he shot multiple times, so it's like, bro, this man, this man was after. He was a terrorist, basically. DJT coming on back to that point of control. Nice. And so this is the third time that it's doing a little pullback like this. So will it fail again trying to get under this $45, or will it go ahead and go down? We have about 10 minutes into the bell as well. I finally made the move from Windows 10 to Windows 11. I am liking it. I found some features that I can use, and but it took me a long time to get over here. And they got rid of a lot of the bugs that they had in the early days that were messing with my programs and things like that. So came on over here over the weekend, and so you know, feeling like I needed an upgrade in my life, upgrade of security, and hopefully a better Windows experience. I have noticed that a lot of these windows are curved now and not box shaped, so you know that messes with my geometric mind a little bit. I like my boxes. But anyway, let's see what DJT does. It's coming back to this point of control of 46.03. Let's see if it falls through it and goes back to that 45.25. I'll go ahead and mark this one as a point of control as well. 46.03 point of control. And it's kind of just building a zone. Edit properties. We'll call this one second POC 4603. We'll make this one gold as well. So we got a little zone down here. And NVIDIA, still the only other one that is offered any challenge to DJT on today. Let's go and see if it had any news. It didn't really gap, so I'm not sure that it had news. Press releases. Okay, 6 days ago. Okay, so yeah, that's really old. That's like a week ago. But with the AI news, quantum computing, cybersecurity, blah, blah, blah. All right. Just got another one popped in. SCNI. SCNI. That's $6.56, up 61%. Let's go ahead and look into that one. SCNI. Sinai Immunotherapeutics press releases. And let's see. So Sinai Immunotherapeutics announces promising results in an in vivo proof of concept psoriatic. Did I say that right? Psoriatic, whatever, human skin model. And that was posted 2 hours ago. So this is a proof of concept. I don't know if that's going to hold as much weight, but it is a low float. It is, the ATR is 56 cents. And it has almost 6 million shares traded on it. So it is a contender on the day as well. It's taking the number 3 spot on the day. Let's see what it's got. It's inflammation, immunology, biological products, and on proving CDMO services through its Sinai Bioservices business unit. Today announced successful in vivo preclinical study. So this is before it's even hitting this the true clinic. So I don't know how that's gonna hold up. That's a little bit weaker, but it's a low float. So I'm sure people will still jump on that one. Let's jump over here and look at it real quick. So on the 15-minute, started yesterday under $3, came up to 5, shot down to 4, came back up to all the way up to 8. Let's look at these higher time frames and see. Have I seen this before? I must have seen this before because I already got some levels out here for some reason. Looks like it had went up to 7 before. And it looks like it has a history of popping and dropping. Let's go over here and maximize. Pop, big dump. And that might be because of splits, reverse splits. Another pop here, dump. Another pop here, but this one hasn't exactly dumped yet. So let's go look at the weekly chart. Had a level, so it broke out of what looked like a head and shoulders from Friday all the way out of there. Okay. I don't know about this one. This one, I mean, in comparison to DJT, I don't really know about this one. Especially with that preclinical news. Let's jump back over to the 15-minute and look at this snatchback. This is what I'm talking about. Like the news just isn't strong enough to really support the whole move. Came up here to 722 with a huge rip back down. So almost $1 loss on that. I don't think I'm going to mess with that. Yes, it's up, but is it going to be a challenger on the day? I really don't know. We'll see what the relative volume and the relative standard deviations calculated to on the open. We have about 6 minutes left to the open, and the ATRs will calculate as well. And we'll see all of that stuff. So DJT kind of sitting still right now. 16 million shares traded on it, and just popped up a little bit off of that 46.50, trying to hold there. I want to see it crack that down though. 5 minutes to the bell. We're about to see the true sentiment and see if it can shake out weak hands early and then give some actual patterns as the pros step in and start participating on the patterns. Let me read some of these chats. Reliable says, I know, lucky me. Reliable says, I like CPOP for a watch of the day. $1 million acquisition bought with shares in the news. If it flirts with 250, I'll have it on watch. And then let me hold up. Let me type that in. CPOP. That one. Does it have volume already? Has 4 million shares traded. It is down 13% though. I don't know about that one. And then you got the RDF, unless you're trying to longer term hold it. And then you got RDFN, could be up my alley. Let me see what the RDFN is. RDFN up 2%. Let's go look at these real quick. RDFN, Redfin Corporation. $7.78. Is this I don't know. 3 days ago, falling mortgage rates, rising supply create opportunity for home buyers this summer. Oh yeah, I'm glad about that. I'm glad I got my REIT already in there. Speaking of, last week I actually, man, this REIT went crazy. AGNC for me. So right now it is at 10.59. I bought this at back here. 975 is where I got in at, and now it's at 10.50. So very nice. I took 500 shares down here at the 75, and it's been riding ever since. So I'm gonna see where that wants to take me into the future, and it pays that sweet monthly dividend. So no matter what, I'm gonna get that. Even if it drops a little bit, I'm okay with that on Monday morning, as long as it doesn't drop all the way back to, previous levels. We also have wow, that thing popped back up there after that snatch back. So coming into the open, popped all the way back up, and now it's testing the sevens. Keeping an eye on DJT as well. So these three stocks are pretty much the top of the food chain right now. DJT, SCNI. I don't know about CPOP. That one's down and it's still going down. And plus it's out of my price range anyway. But Redfin, I'll have to look into that one and see what it's talking about. I don't really know. Is it a low float? Yeah, it's a low float, but I don't know anything about that company. Let me see. Profile Redfin. What is this thing into? Oh my gosh, come on. Let me click the profile, bro. Stop playing. All right. So Redfin Corporation operates as a residential real estate brokerage company, blah, 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 but they're not paying a dividend. I don't like it. They're real estate not paying a dividend. I don't even understand that. How are they not paying a dividend? Yeah. So that's automatic X out. If you're a real estate company not paying a dividend, I'm like, are you really thinking about me though? Are you? Is this about me or you? Yeah. All right, DJT WW looking like it's coming on back down with DJT, of course. Duh. So we're watching on the open, 30 seconds until the ATRs formulate. We'll see what SCNI does. We'll see if any other contenders come up to try to challenge these, but it's going to be a hard challenge for them to get enough volume to go against DJT. DJT is testing that first point or that second point of control and testing back towards the original point of control right now. I'm going to watch it out of the open and see if it dives below this, and then I'm going to flip over to SCNI. SCNI. All right, there's the open. So ATR high for DJT is up here at the 48.01, testing the first bottom or the first bearish ATR right here at the 45.25. We'll see if it cracks that down. Nvidia going down as well. And SCIN, okay, good. So that one cracked down. We'll give that one a second. SCIN also, now it's testing the ATR, the first ATR high here at the 6 98 looking like the $7 level. So it has the thoughts. I use the ATR for the thought. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? And see how it holds these in the first 30 minutes. And then I participate. That's it. So the thought is bullish right now. But then we start to realize, okay, first the thought, then the pattern. Then we want to see some kind of continuation. So it is continuing to bounce on that and bounce down, bounce down. So we'll see what that wants to do. DJT got all the way through the bottommost ATR. And so right now it is not meeting my criteria so far. Still up 43%. But today may not be the day. It may be tomorrow. So I'm just patient. SCNI going and trying to test the top level ATR up here at the 728s. It got above that first one, had a little struggle point, but now looking towards that top level one. It has almost 10 million shares traded, but this candle has not closed yet. And I really don't trust the candles until they actually close. So all this flipping around and stuff means nothing. Once it's closed, it can't be changed. So that is fact. It's going to, it can only last so much. Anyway, yeah, it's a lot of popping and dropping on this one. I do know that. A lot of people unsure. They don't know if they want to go back with DJT or what. And it also looks like the chart is not reconciling. So right now it's showing 40 something. But over here on the level 2s, it was not lining up there. Where'd the price go? I'm going to let it catch up with itself. Okay, there it is. It's just bouncing so much. That's what it is. They don't know what to do. But it did get past both points of control. So this is looking kind of bearish. Kind of bearish. And then to get back to where it was, it would need to get back up here basically above the 45s. But now it's crashing on out. So this is why I give the first 30 minutes to play out and kind of shake out weak hands. So this one is back up towards the high 729s getting tested. Now it is above. So now the idea is full bullish. There is no more, it's kind of bullish. It's full bullish. We got other stuff popping in now. We got Apple, Tesla, which aren't big gappers. Only up 2%. Lower volume. SCNI is going to have to fail before anything else can really activate. But right now, SCNI is looking very strong, and it is the idea of full bullish. But we haven't got the pattern. So first the idea, then the pattern. What kind of pattern is going to hold up here, if any? Exactly. Yeah. Nah. I'm good. It's got to meet my criteria first, especially on SCNI with that preclinical news. I don't know how well that's going to hold up. All my faith is definitely not in it, but I just follow the plan. And if it sets up, I'm there. SCNI, I'll take 1,000 shares. I'm good. DJT, I'm probably not gonna take 1,000 shares. It'd probably be like maybe 50 or so. It's a little bit more expensive, but at this point, it is not meeting my criteria. Almost all of my trades, and of course, I said this at the beginning. I'm 74% on my trading since I've started trading the mid and the large and the small. So 74%, 74.42. But all of my trades are ATR high breaks and holds. So I want to see it break over these high levels and hold. Kind of like SC, whatever it's doing. Tesla is breaking up over 3%. But I don't know if it has an actual reason to do that. It is coming back up to the ATR highs. But, like I said, it threw quite a bit of a wick down there at 253, but has not broken out of this yet. It still got 15 minutes for me to even try to do anything with it. And so at this point, it's just like, hey, let the market show you. Let it shake out the weak hands. SCNI into a halt. above the ATR highs. So the ATR highs are back here at the 733s, and the idea is full bullish. Now we can look back at previous history of what happened in this level. Will this be a repeat of an entry to this level? This big old dump from what, 779 back down here to 643. We want to make sure that it gives us a pattern probably within this struggle point. So above, maybe above or around 781s, give us a pattern that is going to be going higher and not crashing out. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be waiting on. Of course, the halt is like 5 minutes, so I'm probably going to be off stream before the halt opens up. But if you're going to continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Tesla coming up here above the ATR highs as well, first 15 minutes. And the thought here is full bullish. Let's go and see if it had any kind of news. Tesla. 4 days ago, the Tesla of the skies. How one company could have, okay, aviation industry forever, Tesla vehicle production. Okay, well, last news was 4 days ago. So we'll focus on the more recent news and then, kind of go from there. Right now, this is what's on my scans. SCNI has popped in on the scans. Tesla, but DJT has not popped in on the scans yet. Even though it's on my top volume mover with 24 million, it has not met the criteria that it needs to meet yet. It is abnormal. It's definitely abnormal, but just not where I want to participate. But yeah, coming on up. They are. Anyway, so I'm wondering about Tesla. It's coming back up to this previous level that it tested up here of the 260. I almost got all the way up there and now it's pulling back. And I'm wondering, is it going to break back below this level of 257 or is it going to keep going up? On the hour chart over here, it looks like it's kind of hardcore consolidation. Not a big trend up here. So it's very abnormal for it to just rip out of here. Maybe it does, but this is some long consolidation for it to just rip up. Going up to the 260s now and continue to find a little bit of pressure up there. All right, well, I showed you guys the ATRs. I've got to get to my morning meeting here. I'll let you guys know if I end up trading anything, definitely in the Discord. I'm watching DJT heavy. It's going back down to 40 bucks. I'm going to see if maybe tomorrow will be the trade on it. But going back down to 40 bucks right now, it's in the 40.90s. And that's a $5 drop. So the ATR is 419. It did recalculate. I forgot to show y'all that. It was 333 from Friday and has moved up a whole dollar. So definitely some range in there. SCNI has not opened back up. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for this morning meeting. If I end up taking trades, I will let you guys know. I'm trying to continue the green weeks. Had to dig it out of the dirt. Last week ended green. Week before was beautiful green, but hopefully this week is nice green as well. Just keep my head on the swivel and not trying to be too reactive. Just be like, hey, take my time, get the idea, get the pattern, execute. But yeah, that's it. Oh, also, let me see where AGNC ended up going. This is my dividend play. Whoa, why is it not loading in? What? Show me yourself. Okay, well, it looks like it's going up on the level 2 though. Anyway, I wanted it to, okay, there it is. So it threw down a wick down here to 1040s and it's holding up. We'll see if it ends up going higher and getting above 1050. Once it gets above 1070, I'll be $1 in the profit. And so that'll be 500 bucks in the pocket. And actually, I'm in the wrong account. Let me go to my high div. So right now I got 500 shares on this thing, up to 30, and just looking for it to continue up above 1050s today. Average price, well, I guess my average price wasn't 975, 976.458 was the average price. So letting that play out. Anyway, that is it for today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I got to get to this morning meeting, so they're messaging me now. If you're gonna trade, keep your head on the swivel, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.